Peachy Podcast. I'm your host, Megan.
And your co-host, Savannah.
Yeah. What did you... Let's do weekend... I wish we had like a little cute phrase for weekends. Like,
I wish that we had an intro to be like, freaking weekends.
I know.
Da-da-da-da.
Oh, Friday, so Millie's been watching this, like... It's so freaking weird. She's been watching... like, she likes the Great Wolf Lodge, so she started watching, like, people filming themselves going to the Great Wolf Lodge, you know, like little blogger.
I love
mommy.
that she does that.
She's upset.
She's like, Mommy, let me watch my vlog.
Yeah, she's like, let's watch Great Wolf Lodge. So then she found these like Twin Time and these other girl named Trinity something. And it's like basically their parents are filming them playing, but they're like, alright, today's challenge, we're doing Legos. And I'm like, it's so weird, and she wants to watch it. And they have like 500 plus million followers, and like the Trinity people started out with like Elf on the Shelf, filming Elf on the Shelf, and now they live in like a $2 million home. It's insane. And they have toys in Target. Yeah, like I was like, what are we doing? I was like, we're not filming my kids playing because I don't want some weirdos to watch my kids. And not only, I'm not the mom that's like, yeah, mermaids are hopping in the pool, brother. Like, I'm just not that mom.
Okay, can we just talk about how I'm scrolling through TikTok this weekend, and there's like this TikTok of this man who's playing with his daughter, and you're like, yeah, you reposted it.
Yeah, I love him. That I would do. He's like, okay, hunty.
He's like, can I see your ID, please?
The one with her in the club.
Yes.
He does ones all the time where
In
in
the
the drive-thru
Coke.
Yeah. Oh, I love him. Shook it up and everything. Yeah, he's my favorite. I was like, that I would do. But anyway, so she's been watching those YouTube people, so she wanted to make a pizza because one of the Twin Times, they were making pizza. So we did, and she's like, let's film a YouTube. Of course, we're not uploading it, but she goes, hey everyone, this is Millie, and welcome to my cooking show. We make a whole pizza, and I like edit it on CapCut and put background music. It was really good.
It's so cute.
So we did that Friday, and then Saturday we had a bunch of our friends over by the pool, and it was like an evening time. Everyone came over like 6:30. We rode the Ranger over to the new land. We smoked cigars and set out on it. Okay, I think I have a new love language, and it's string lights. A string light, I don't care where they are, it sets the mood and the tone for everything.
It's very vibey.
So that's what we stayed up till like 1 a.m. and just had like deep conversations. And then I told the men, I was like, hey, we're filming this podcast called Fess Up Fellas or Fellas Fess Up, whatever we decide. Like, would you want to do it? And they were like, yeah, well, like, let's start now. Like, let's start some now. And I did record some, but it was like you really couldn't hear. But they were into it. And then I sent them our survey. And
dude, ever since we had decided to do this topic for the podcast, like, I've told all of my guy friends, she's told all of hers.
Up.
They're literally eating it up. Like, I was eating ice cream over the weekend with Ethan and then our friend Tyler, and we're sitting there eating. I'm telling them about the podcast, and then Tyler's like, so when does this happen? I'm like, we're filming it Tuesday, and he's like, give me some questions.
I will say this. Doing the survey, obviously, I can see their answers. I cannot see who did it, but, like, I have, like, some guesses of, like, who might be who.
Right.
Men are way more vulnerable than we think they are, and we don't give them enough credit for that. But I will say, I think our reasoning for not giving them credit is because this was anonymous and they knew it, so I felt like they could really unleash and open up about things, whereas a man in person, they don't want to have conversations.
Exactly.
So tip to all the men listening out there, be vulnerable with your partner. Have those deep conversations. Like,
absolutely.
Girls love that because I know for me, I want an emotional connection with my partner. Like,
100%.
And they were legit.
They were honest, for sure.
Okay,
guys, my brother got married this weekend.
Oh yeah. Let's.
I forgot to tell you about that. I couldn't think of what I did this past weekend.
Yeah.
My brother got married.
Only a small thing.
It went super, super good. It was a very, very small wedding.
The pictures that I saw, it looked really beautiful.
Oh yeah,
and she looked stunning.
She looked beautiful.
Yeah, she really did.
She did. She looked like a real life princess, and it just went so well. We had all of our like close friends and family there. It was very intimate, like literally our immediate family, and all of our friends. Because me and my brother have the exact same friend group, so yeah, it went really good. It was really sweet. I had never seen my brother like kind of get choked up before, like in my life. He looked so happy. I'd never seen him so happy in his life. So that went good. There was a little bit of drama with one of our family members. There's the tea on that. Yeah, that was a little stressful.
That happened at one of my very good friend's wedding, and they like had to kick one of the family.
Yeah, she almost
out.
got escorted out.
Yeah, it was intense.
So
like I can't remember if it was her. I don't remember. I think it was her husband's biological father, and he like was stirring up a lot of drama, and like he had to go.
Yeah, it just made things a little stressful, but we kind of brought the bride back, and my brother like kind of had to remind him. Like I went in there for a second, and I was like, dude, like don't let this little bit of drama get to y'all.
Right.
Like everybody's here for you, you know.
When we get to a point when like you get married, and then we can talk about both of our weddings, all I'll say is no one was bringing me down on my wedding day because I was in my own world. My only thing that I wanted, and I told our wedding planner, is I will not walk around and say hey to everybody because we already know everyone. These are people that are in our life all the time.
Right.
I'm going to do I didn't even want to do a first dance because I hate attention. I literally cannot stand it, and I did not want to do it. I was like, hit 30 seconds and cut it short. Okay?
Yeah, I'm excited for when we talk about ours together because y'all, her wedding video, like y'all did a lot of things different, and I absolutely love that. Like I'm kind of wanting to make mine unique in the same way, but that's kind of what I told my brother's wife is I was like, look, all of these people are here for you.
And who even cares? Like,
and who cares? Yeah, go party. Go. This is about you.
I'm telling you, as soon as my big toe hit the dance floor, it didn't come off until they were like, we gotta line it up. I was
ready
like,
to party.
Yeah, for sure.
If you are getting married and you are worried about inviting those family members that you don't really love that much, just don't invite them.
No.
This is your sign.
Yeah, don't. Because
you invite people
it's
you
your
need
day,
to invite, it's about you.
Less stress. If it's gonna cause you to be stressful, don't do it.
Absolutely.
This is off topic. But shout out to Lululemon. Apparently, they're really selling these tops because they showed up in the same shirt.
This was not planned.
Yeah.
Not at all. So.
Remember when we were in Charleston and I tried on the top that they had just like this? Mm-hmm. This was the back of the shirt. But remember the boob pads were on the back. And I was like, oh, because they had it on the mannequin like this. And I was like, that is so cute. I want to get it. And then I tried it on and I was like, Savannah, I was like, the breast pads are on the back of the shirt.
Well,
so I guess they were like, hey, that was a good idea where we're going to make the shirt.
Exactly.
When I went to Lululemon before Father's Day, because I got Blake some boxers, because he loves theirs, I saw this and I was like, oh, they trying to trick me.
I did it.
And then I was like, ooh, never mind.
Y'all, this is not sponsored, but Lululemon.
I love to sponsor us right now. Is Alani, dude, we freaking drink them all the time.
Every single video.
We post them on our social media all the time. Also, Loving Tan, because I use them weekly, and I feel like we always post
We
them.
actually both have Loving Tan on right now. Our Alani
I just used their new one. They have a Loving Tan Organics, and I bought it as soon as it came out.
Oh my gosh, and it looks so good.
It does look good, but I do have some downfalls. But I guess it's that way because it's organic, so it's very sticky.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, so you're very sticky.
That.
That's my only downfall, and it is a little bit lighter, but other than that, I mean,
she's slaying.
Yeah, and one positive is you don't have to use that much. Like, I feel like my Ultra Dart or the Platinum Dart that I use, I'm like steady pumping and I run out fast, and this one is like, okay, it just keeps going.
Just spraying.
Yeah.
Love.
So, alright, ready?
Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
Alright, so we had 10 men respond to our survey. How I'm going to do this is I'm going to read the question. We have 15 questions, and then I'll read the responses, and we can kind of like discuss if we have.
Cool.
Okay, so the first question is, how do you feel about cellulite, stretch marks, or other imperfections on a woman's body? Do you notice? Do you care? Is it a turn off? Please explain in as much detail as possible with full honesty. Because I wanted them to not just give a short answer like, nah, like such a man answer.
Right, exactly.
So I'm going to start from the bottom. The first one says, I don't care. Covering up, trying to hide them seems less genuine than accepting how your body grows. Literally so sweet.
That is very, very sweet.
It really does not matter to most men.
Wow, cool.
I think stretch marks and cellulite show true beauty of a woman. If anything, it's quite the opposite of a turn off. Sexy.
I feel like I know who that is.
Sexy. Yes, I'm very picky. Not a deal breaker for just a casual hookup, but a hard no for a long-term relationship.
Okay.
If the cellulite and stretch marks are due to not taking care of yourself or living an unhealthy lifestyle, then yes, cellulite and stretch marks are not an automatic turn off though.
Okay.
Not a big deal as long as you're not overweight and take care of yourself. Not a huge deal. The woman's body is always changing and experiences loads of trauma throughout her life. I've never cared about imperfections in a woman's body. If I've even noticed it, I wouldn't say it's a turn off or a turn on necessarily either. And then some cellulite is okay. If there's a lot of it, then it's a turn off for sure. Stretch marks don't bother me though. Let me tell you.
These are some good answers though.
There's some good answers. And I have read all of these responses. Some of them made me feel like I need to get in the gym, shawty.
Me too.
But everyone's so different. And like, I just want to go ahead and put this out there because I don't want anyone to get upset over these men's answers. Right. These are their opinions, their preferences, and somebody did ask me this, and I'm going to put it on here. Did we send this to a variety of men? Yes, we did. We sent it to all different age groups and all different body types. Lots of different men. So it wasn't just like a fit, buff man answering all these questions.
No, this is like a variety of
I
different
would say from 20
people.
to 45 was the range in all different body types.
Absolutely.
So, but there is one on here that irks me, and we'll get into it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Because you'll notice as we go on, this one person's response seems to be...
It's like consistent?
Yes.
Okay.
And I haven't thought about it, yeah. Okay, next question. Do guys prefer a little squeeze? I had to go in 3 times and rephrase this because everyone was like, oh, I know what this means. So, do guys prefer a little squeeze, meaning a little meat on the bones, or like an Instagram model, thick, curvy, ripped, skinny, average? Curvy is the best. I prefer a little meat on the bones. It seems a bit healthier than being skin and bones. I know sometimes there are elements out of control for some women, so I don't think it would be a deal breaker. That was nice.
I know who that is.
You do?
Yeah, I do. Thank you.
Athletic builds. You have to be active for me personally. Couch potatoes and twigs aren't fun. Skinny girls that are bony aren't good to cuddle. Would love to know what this means. Squeeze. Again, I'm picky. I love a very fit, feminine female. Not ripped, but in great shape. Guys prefer variety. All is the same to me. As long as she's your best friend, you'll think she's beautiful either way.
Crying. That's so
cute.
Sweet.
A little meat on the bones, a chef's kiss. I have no idea what this means.
Okay.
That's why I feel like go in and rephrase.
I should have waited for all of these answers because every single time I think it's a specific person I know.
That happened to me 1,000 times.
I changed my mind because,
Okay, next question. What are some common misconceptions that you think women have about men and what they find attractive?
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is only misconceptions I could see being relevant would be about body image. I would argue when you find yourself beautiful, I'm right there with you, and it's not a constant need to keep up with anyone.
That was very
Love
good.
that. I am surprised at these answers because I'm almost like want to post a picture when I read all these and be like, is this too much?
Right.
Makeup, 100%. We do not need 6 layers of makeup on our women. I don't feel like I wear 6 layers. My foundation pump is literally like a
that
pea.
big. So is mine.
It's just like I use a little bit of product, but I know how to apply it correctly.
Ooh, I have something to say about that.
Okay. Do you want to say now or you want to finish?
Do you want me to wait?
It doesn't matter.
This is not like me saying like, because a lot of guys don't like a lot of makeup on women, but at least for me, in my opinion, I do it for a job, but I love to wear makeup.
It's fun. It's
most girls, like, I feel like guys are thinking like, they do that for them.
Well, and I would want to like ask them in person, like define what's a lot of makeup to you.
Right, because I feel like a lot of guys think that we do it for like validation, which there has been times in our lives, I'm sure, where we're like packing that crap on, like, love me.
When you're in high school and stuff and you don't know how to use makeup, you're like, you just put on so much and then you become cake face. And honestly, like I've learned growing up, less is more. Like I barely use any product and it comes out looking great.
Absolutely. But we also, like now, it is 100% just solely for ourselves.
Yeah, I'm not trying to look. I mean, I like to look good for my husband.
Of course.
But it makes me feel better about myself if I go out and I don't wear makeup all the time, but let's just say like I'm not wearing makeup, but then I have on like sweatshirt, sweatpants, and my hair's not done. I don't feel good about myself, and I will be moody all day long, straight up in a bad mood.
Yeah.
And it just is what it is.
Exactly.
But I also feel like the men who say they don't prefer a lot of makeup on women are also the men who sometimes look at these Instagram model girls and like, man, she's so hot, she's so sexy. And I'm like, okay, but you just said you don't like hair extensions and lip filler and a lot of makeup or plastic surgery, and like the girls that you like on social media, they have all that.
Mm-hmm. And is that sometimes, not saying for this person specifically that made that statement at all, but there are some guys that don't like makeup because it's an insecurity thing for themselves.
Yeah. And also I think like they probably in their life, like, okay, the Instagram model, she looks hot. That's more lust than what they would want in their actual relationship.
Yeah.
So the next one says, for me, I'm not always looking for a full face of makeup and fully dolled up. True beauty is what does it for me. Not that I don't like the full get up. Looks is more confident in social interaction. Lips, less is more than when it comes to injections on the lips. The assumption that men are genuinely shallow and care about look and sex above all else. Honestly, I can agree with that
100%.
because I totally think that all the time.
Yes, me too.
Women who go overboard on makeup, we find you beautiful without a ton of it. Loads of makeup and a perfect body, a well-kept body and little to no makeup are for me. I'm thinking the biggest thing that guys can be very vain, which I'm sure is true to a degree, but a lot of guys know I would want something a bit deeper, look good in personal connection, rather than it being very surface level and a relationship being only based on looks. Sometimes women think their men, or all men, want a supermodel or need to look or be perfect. Now, I do agree with that, and like I was saying, I think the reason we feel that way is because of Instagram. Like, I know people that I've dated in the past, or just men that I'm around, they're always liking these girls' photos, and like, how is that supposed to make us feel? That makes me think that is what you want.
Exactly.
But then on here, they're telling us that's not what they want, so I'm like, which one is it?
Yeah, you go back.
Which one is it? Yeah.
Because I can also say from experience, like, really any guy that I dated before Ethan, I felt like I had to live up to a standard just because of what was on their social media pages.
There's a guy on here that makes me feel like you would have to live up to a standard. As we go further on, you'll probably start feeling that way too. And if I mess up, I'm so sorry. It's because I cannot see far away, but my computer is plugged in and it's like as stretched as it can go.
We both cannot see far away, so if these aren't spot on,
so I'm sorry. And I'm like trying to crouch and like squint at my computer. Have you ever felt self-conscious about your own physical appearance or masculine features? Yes, and then it was a lot worse when I was growing up, but now I'm a bit older and I guess a bit jaded. It's not as big of a worry as it used to be. Sure, but I stopped caring. Who hasn't? Yes. Everyone has insecurities. It's important to face them head on and correct the areas that bother you. Of course, absolutely. Social media portrays an unrealistic goal for what men and women should be, and it's hard to try to compare yourself towards those standards. Absolutely every day. And then no, I'm a 10 out of 10. I know who that was, and he was being funny.
That's hilarious.
And I love him for it. He was like, no, Shawty, I'm a 10 out of 10.
He's like, I'm bad.
Yeah. I love that.
Aw, that like hurts my heart.
I know. But it's good to know because they don't talk about
things.
I know.
That's like such an important thing for women.
Women are so open about their insecurities. Like, what would you say is your biggest insecurity about your body?
Probably my cellulite.
Mine too.
Yeah, that's
and Blake
a big
like,
one for me.
I don't even notice it. I don't even see it. And like, I do see it, and so it does bother me. And like, I'd rather him just be like, hey, I see it, but it's not bad, and I don't care, and I love you for it. Other than just like, I don't see it. Because sometimes I notice it in some lights, and some I don't, but like,
me too.
It does make me very insecure to wear shorts and bathing suits, because I feel like, is everyone looking at it? Are men looking at it? Not that, I mean, Blake kind of talked about that, and he's like, well, why do you care what other men think? And it's not, oh my God, I love you, or I want you to look at me. It's not that. It's just like, men and women, just people in general, like, are you judging me for it? Are you like, oh, dang,
right?
She looks good in the face,
and there's
but
a
the
lot
legs thick. Like,
exactly, and there's a lot of women, I feel, because I've talked to a lot of girls about this recently that I'm friends with. a lot of my friends love and are happy with their cellulite. They're like, I got thick thighs. Me too, but it's just not something on me that I like to see. I do not like the way it looks on me. We're both very, like, I feel like we're still very petite in a way.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think I'm
So I don't really
needs,
but
just,
I don't like that on.
It's
I'm not
genetic.
happy with where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like,
But I've tried everything. I've tried every workout, every squat, every nutrition. It has never gone away. I get it from my mom.
Yeah.
So. Shout out, Mom. Thanks for the
cellulite. But that is my biggest insecurity.
Mine too. Okay, what are some personality traits in women that you find unattractive? This was a good one. Okay, selfish and entitlement. Preppiness, when they do not know how to have a good time unless it's extremely expensive. Cocky, trying to be the center of attention at all time, rude and obnoxious. Lazy or not nurturing. Laziness, also a female that's successful on her own, is a major turn on. Lack of motivation, either in the personal or professional life. Unhealthy lifestyles. Confidence and funny, which they read wrong because it was supposed to be unattractive, but if you're funny and you're confident, that's attractive. Snobby, cash oriented, in meaning what are you going to do for me type. Someone who always has to be right, very controlling, or someone who just has a bad attitude in life. Overly feminist and too quiet. And a lot of men said that the other night. They do not like a feminist woman. And if you're a feminist, you're going to be like, of course I am. Say they don't want that. But overall, overall, everyone's answers were the same. They don't want someone lazy. They don't want someone selfish or after money.
Period.
They're all 10 men were on the same page on that. This made me laugh so hard. Okay, if your spouse was to become paralyzed and can no longer take care of you and the kids, nor be able to have a physical relationship with you, what would you do? Stay with her and become abstinent, hang in there because it's the right thing to do, but have a side piece, assisted living, or divorce? Girls, 2 of y'all are going to assisted living, sis, because your man hit. You're out of here.
Your man said, see ya.
Yes. 3 men put hang in there because it's the right thing to do, but they're getting a side piece.
I'm so sorry.
And then 5 said stay with her and become abstinent, which I don't think that's true. Let's be honest. You're a human. You might stay with your partner, but
honestly,
they're paralyzed for the rest of their life. You're going to be abstinent for the rest of your life.
So, did your significant other tell you what he answered?
No.
Mine didn't either. Ethan, I swear to God.
I'm just kidding. Assistant living. No, he did not. He was like, the whole point is to be anonymous.
Yeah, of course.
Like, he's like, stop trying to figure out who did who, and I was like, okay. So, but 2 of y'all are going in home, baby
The
girl.
side piece?
The side
assisted
piece.
living?
But I like that they
Happy
said that because
rolling.
it's honest, because you're a human. And honestly, I personally think that if I was paralyzed and I was just a vegetable, I would maybe want my husband to have a side piece and be able to find love again, because he still loves me and he wants to take care of me, but I'm not going to be like, have a miserable life.
I would probably be like, you gotta divorce me. You can go find somebody.
Yeah, I'm like, stay with me, take care of me, but I wouldn't want him to bring like who he's seeing home around me.
You would just want him to cheat.
It wouldn't be cheating, because I just don't want to know.
You're like, at this point, I don't want to use my legs. We're gonna have an open relationship.
I don't want him to be like, Nancy's coming over for dinner tonight. Like, no, Nancy's not.
You're in your wheelchair in the room. You're
Yeah. What a girl.
What a girl.
Okay, the number 1 question that every woman asks: if you have cheated or thought about it, what was your reasoning? Boredom, lack of intimacy, no emotional connection. Please explain in deep detail. We also talked about this the other night. So I'll tell you what the men said the other night. The reason why they have cheated or thought about cheating was lack of connection, lack of interest. And so that's what a lot of men said on here. One said, haven't cheated, have never cheated. Cheaters are bitches. Takes a true coward to do that to someone. When a relationship becomes content and comfortable, that can open a door. Boredom would cause it, if anything, or the lack of interest from other partner. Lack of general relationship maintenance. I also realized there's a 2-way street, and in the case of me cheating, it was due to my own lack of interest in maintaining the relationship I was in. Yes, lack of connection. Never cheated, although I'm certain she's currently cheating. That literally blew my mind. I don't know what man wrote this in, but like, please email us at.
Please do.
Our email is in our bio. It's also on our Spotify and our YouTube. It's not always peachy at Gmail. I would love to know, like, why you think your partner's cheating, like, and how maybe we can help you, because
and it, like I said, like, you don't have to go into great detail about who this person is. Like, we just want to know. You called me about that yesterday, and I was like,
yeah, because I would want, usually, not always, but usually it's a man cheating in the relationship. I know women do cheat as well.
Yeah.
So I just would love to know, like, why you think she's currently cheating. What are the signs? Maybe we can help you. Next person said, never cheated and haven't thought about it. So that was that.
Cool.
So we did have some little cheat sheets on here, and it was pretty much just lack of interest, no communication with their partner. We talked about this the other night in depth, and so many men said, like, when the women start losing their self and start not caring, and I have always said that. Me and Blake have always talked about that. Like, someone posted the other day, like, mom body or something like that, and I hate that.
I don't like that.
Don't categorize yourself just because you had children doesn't mean you have a mom body.
No.
I think so many people use the term mom as an excuse to have a reason to not care about themselves anymore. And I tell Blake that all the time. I'm like, I will always do what I can to make sure that I'm the best version of myself physically and mentally. But I never want to be the mom that's just like, oh, I'm not wearing makeup today because I'm a stressed out mom, and like I'm going to put my hair in a bun and wear sweatpants all the time. Like, I don't condone cheating in any way. If you want to cheat, just break up with him. Literally, just in the relationship. It's so disgusting to me. I don't understand that.
It's gross.
But
it's not cool.
No, but I could see on a man's side if you started out with a relationship looking like this, and that's what they fell in love with, and you slowly just start letting yourself go. Of course, if another beautiful woman is coming into this man's life, giving him attention, what do you expect?
Right.
You know?
And you have to love yourself enough to want to take care of yourself.
Yes.
Like, that's what it all comes down to.
And I think if you're in a place where you don't love yourself, because I have been there, like, let me tell you, after you have a baby, it is freaking hard. Postpartum hit me so hard I didn't even realize I was in, like, postpartum depression. I hated myself. I hated the way I looked. I finally was, like, in a point when I went to a store where I was like, ooh, like, I understand what people are saying, like, how clothes fit and why is everything crop top. It was so hard to find anything that wasn't. Like, I understood, and I hated myself, but I busted my ass to get to where I am now. Absolutely. Because I didn't like how I felt. And if I don't like how I felt, then I'm not going to be good at my partner either. Yeah. Like, I'm just not going to be good for anyone. Exactly. So that was pretty much their saying Saturday night, was just like, when a woman lets herself go and there's no connection and all that. Okay, so the next question is, what is it that men really want or respect in a relationship? Teamwork, communication, and spontaneity. Having a best friend that really listens to you and cares what you have to say. Someone that has your back no matter what. Trust, communication. Make sure to focus on your partner's love language and appreciation. I think that's huge. A lot of men don't know what their partner's love language is, or their partner may not even know. Note, bistro lights is love language. Men want respect and validation. Loyalty first. Women that put forth the required effort to stay in shape. I can't speak for all men, but for me, I want to feel appreciated, so I guess respect would be the easy answer. A good partner, teammate, and respect should always be on each other's side. Honesty, loyalty, and matched effort. I respect a partner that still has a life outside of the relationship, and what I mean by that is that they still have their circle of friends and hobbies that they appreciate. I guess to sum it up, someone who isn't codependent on the other. And then emotional attachment, respect, strong physical relationship that is shared by both parties. So what men really want in a relationship is to be respected.
Yeah, and those are really good answers.
They want to be respected. And Blake does tell me that all the time. Like, that's his number one thing, is like, I want to be respected.
Yeah, well, so, because it makes a man
feel like a man.
It makes a man feel like a man.
Yeah.
And when a woman doesn't do that for them, it makes them feel
less value.
Less of a person.
Yeah.
Honestly, like men need that, just
Yeah.
like women need.
Women need it too.
Yeah.
Women need it too, guys. Like I think it's a two-way street. Like if I don't feel respected, then it's gonna be hard for me to give respect as well.
Exactly.
So next is, what is it that men value in time spent with a woman they are married to or in a relationship with? Okay, I love great conversation. When time goes quick without even noticing that you're having a great time, I love that. I love nights like that.
Mm-hmm.
Having fun in whatever we do, good times, bad times, doesn't matter, just enjoying each other's company. When they show interest in your hobby, even though they dislike it, it's common for men to do that for women and not get the same in return. Literally, I feel like that was my husband because he is obsessed with his deer, and sometimes it does like really frustrate me because not that I don't want him to do what he loves, but it's like I always view it as, and he's having so much alone time and being on the tractor and like plowing his fields and then putting out feed and setting up cameras and then going to hunt, and I'm like, I don't have a hobby like that, so I guess it's a little like
you can't
jealousy.
really relate
So
to
like,
it, yeah.
I like to go hunt, and sometimes I'll go by myself, or me and Millie will go, and I do enjoy it, but I'm not deep into it like he is. Like, I mean, he checks his camera all the time and like watches the shows, and I do try to be better about that because I am sometimes the wife that's like nagging, like, can you not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Quality time. We want to feel like we're the most valued person in this moment, a best friend in every activity. The times that I value most with her are when there are no kids, no phones, and we both have each other's undivided attention. Quality time doing things together, having fun, going on adventures, solid conversations, daydreaming, future planning. I enjoy doing new things with my partner or trying things that both of us could potentially enjoy. Just being ourselves and enjoying each other's company. So men are really simple. They just want time with you.
Y'all are so sweet.
They really are sweet. I'm like, I just want to be hanging out with
Y'all
us.
just want to tell.
But then we're like, hang out with us more.
It's never enough.
It's not enough. Yeah.
We're sorry.
It's just how we're programmed, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, question number 12. What helps a man feel appreciated? Wait, did we just do that one?
I don't think so.
No, okay. What helps a man feel appreciated and valued in a relationship? Someone says, see answer for question number 10. Listening to their opinions and feelings towards certain things, words of affirmation, intimacy, honestly, compliments, but not surface level ones, which I thought that was good.
Yeah, I did too.
I'm like, dang, we gotta get deep, girls. Having their love language met. This is where I'm getting mad. Clean house, cook meals, loyalty above all, female staying in shape. This man has mentioned a female being in shape, literally from question number 1. And to me, I'm scared of that man. Because I feel like you have very, very high expectations that if I was in a relationship with that type of person, I would never be enough. My body would never be perfect enough. I wouldn't be Susie Homemaker enough. Like,
is your wife okay?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know who this man is, but like, he makes me feel insecure from his answers. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to be around him because he'd be like, that girl has cellulite, and like, I don't know. Like, how do you feel about those answers of like constantly?
I don't know. I would feel the same way, honestly. Like, that kind of feels, not taking it personally, but I feel like to any female that would be degrading.
Yes.
In a huge way.
It kind of comes off douchebaggy.
Well, I was going to say,
like,
the person that answered this question.
You better be looking like a solid 10.
I was about to say that. You must be like about a 15 and 20, like out of 10, because these questions are really high expectations.
Very. And
so
I'm
I
like,
guess,
man, I'm like, if I was in a relationship with this person, I would feel like I'm on like eggshells and pins and needles all the time. Like, how could it be perfect? Did I go to the gym today? Is my body fit? Like,
or this person may not even be in a relationship at all. And I mean, if you are wanting to get into one,
I don't know.
maybe you need to reflect a little.
Their answers kind of made me feel sad.
Yeah,
about myself, and I'm not.
It is degrading to women. I mean, like, you can't. If you're putting a woman on a pedestal,
we're not perfect.
We're not perfect, but neither are you, buddy.
Yeah,
that's all.
It kind of made me feel some type of way about the answers. Yeah,
it's a little rough. I love that though. Honestly, bring in the heat.
I was like, man, I was like, this is making me feel some type of way. Like, that's the type of person that I feel like I need to be in the gym 2 hours a day or something. And
I'd be stressed out to go home.
I'd be stressing. They'd be like, did you go to the gym today?
Yes, I did.
And The next one says, verbally telling me you appreciate whatever it is in physical touch. Always have their back. Different for every man, but I'm sexually driven. So, contact, unexpected kisses, touch, give me time to please you, etc.
Okay, period.
When my partner can see the work being put in to make a better life for the both of us and appreciates it, just being appreciated in general and not feeling like I'm spinning my wheels in the mud and getting nowhere. Supporting my work. So they want support, they want respect, and they want to feel valued.
I was gonna say, at the end of the day, I feel like for men,
they're so simple.
They just want to be loved.
They just want to be respected, valued, and appreciated.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like if you're deep diving into it, like reflecting off of this question, guys are so sensitive, and like they
just don't show it.
They do not show it at all, because I feel like I've heard from so many guys, and you probably have too 100 times. Like, there was a guy I talked to at one point, and he was like, I can't like let myself get like that, because that's not what men do.
That's not what men do. So I feel like this allowed them to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if men did that more in relationships, a lot of issues would be solved.
Well, it's because it's communication. Like, when you're shutting down and not wanting to talk about it, your relationship is not getting anywhere, because you're coming to a plateau and you're not working through the issues that you have.
If you feel the need to cheat because your wife isn't holding up the expectations that she maybe had in the beginning of the relationship, sit her down and be like, look, I'm losing interest. I'm losing interest because you're letting yourself go. That would solve so many issues.
And if you think it's because you don't want to hurt her, you're hurting her either way, or even more so by not communicating with her.
Yeah. Communication is key, guys.
100%.
So these made me laugh so hard. I don't even want you to look at the screen because they made me laugh so hard. Okay, what's the sexiest thing your partner can do for you?
Okay.
Literally anything. She's really hot.
That's so cute.
This one is going to make you die. Outside of the bedroom, whipping up a great meal. Inside the bedroom, giving that choo. Literally.
Why do I feel like I know who that is?
They like give that hot too. Crack me a beer and turn on my show after a long day. Good back rub and listen to me bitch about my life problems. I'm like, he's an honest man. He's an honest man, baby. I'm like, we'll work them all in answering our survey. Cook and stay spicy in the bedroom. Share her vulnerability and body. Feed me is the next one. I'm like, okay. Dress super sexy when we go out. Dress sexy, act sexy. Can you tell me how to act sexy? Like, what do you mean?
Act sexy.
I'm like, welcome home. Like, I don't know what you mean. Yeah. Dinner's ready. Like, I don't know what they meant by act sexy.
Oh.
I'm like,
what do you want me to do?
I want to some examples in that one. Like, give me some examples on what you mean as act sexy. Because obviously, there's your relationship with your partner.
I know all of you guys are going to watch this podcast because y'all want to hear us answer all of this stuff. So please elaborate on that.
Elaborate. What do you mean by act sexy? Look me in the eyes and smile with that come get me look. Boys are so funny.
What the hell are y'all talking about? What does the come get me look?
I guess if you're like out, how I envision this is like you're out with a group of people and like you're trying to build it up and you're just like you're like giving them a look.
Come get me.
No, that's not my.
What is
like,
yours?
I don't know because I don't know. No, I don't. But that's what I figure they're talking about.
Yeah,
because they're like kind of like you're flirting with your eyes. Yeah, flirting with your eyes. That's how I would describe. Being down to do something in public would be pretty dope.
Period.
Every man wants that. When she tells me she wants me.
I want you.
Okay, these are my favorite. What is your ideal date night from start to finish? They have some good ones. Whoever this man is a simple little man. Wings, cornhole, movie, late night swim, bed before midnight.
You go, baby.
You do you, honey.
Aw.
Yes. It was cute, wasn't it?
Yeah. Bed before midnight.
Bed before midnight.
You trying to get in your jammies?
This one says throwing on pajamas, getting some snacks, candy, and drinks, and then watching a movie on the couch, and then sexy time, of course. I love how they say sexy time instead of just like
Sex?
Yeah. Get done up, go out to dinner, favorite dessert, sexy time with some cuddles to follow. Big cuddle guy.
I love these answers.
This one I'm not going to read because somebody used like AI trying to be funny because it's like an ideal date night would involve a romantic evening under the stars at a cozy beach bonfire. Setting is serene with the sound of gentle waves in the background and the soft glow of the fire cracking. So it goes on so long, and like obviously someone used like
it
some
was AI
thing.
because all of y'all's answers have been like one word answers, so we know you didn't write that.
You guys do not want to moonlight, and it's like goes on to like say roasting s'mores on the beach. I'm
yeah,
like,
literally all of y'all have been like, when she doesn't wear clothes.
Yeah, literally. Just a simple dinner at a higher end restaurant. Very sexy, classy clothes. Can you do that? Can you have some sexy outfit that's so class? Maybe. Like in my head, that would mean like a tight fitted dress and heels.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Hotel, bar, dinner, bar, hotel. Cool. Get it all planned out. Hanging out, spending time together, having good conversation and good laughs, good dinner, and sexy time. Y'all be loving some sexy time. Starts waking up with a good romp. Not the romp. A good romp. A ride through the mountains. A hike to a waterfall. Sex in public somewhere. 5-star dinner. Home for more intimacy.
All right.
Getting romped in the wilderness. I've never heard someone say romp, so that made me laugh.
I also have not.
I'm not someone who plans things out to the minute of detail things, so I never gave it much thought. I'd be down for whatever. Okay, whoever wrote this, let me tell you something. That might be the worst kind of relationship to be in, because to me that means you're not putting forth any effort to your wife or girlfriend, whoever it is, boyfriend, whatever. You're not putting in any effort to make your relationship spicy. You're just like, dinner and a movie or something. And I'm telling you, it doesn't have to be extravagant. I think a lot of guys think we want an extravagant date night, but 2 weekends ago, me and Blake had the best date night we've ever had. We had my mom watch the kids. We got a big pizza and ate it out of the box on the couch. We put our bathing suits on and we went outside by the pool and we smoked cigars and we listened to like speakeasy jazz and Marcus King and just relax. And oh my gosh, I was laughing because like our wedding song came up and we're sitting in the pool chairs and I was like looking at him and I was like, are you gonna ask me to dance or do I have to ask you?
That's so
and he's like, oh, sorry, yeah, like, oh, yeah, you want to dance with me?
Dance.
So we slow danced around the pool.
That's so
and it was the best date we've ever had.
That
so,
is
like,
literally my favorite kind of dates.
Yeah.
Like, and for me and Ethan too, like, our favorite thing to do is literally we'll look at each other and we'll be like, movie night. So we'll go, we'll literally go up to the gas station, Dollar General, like whatever, and get like a ton of our favorite like candies and like do popcorn, or we'll order a pizza like every once in a while, and we'll sit and watch movies together and just talk for hours.
For us, we're always on the go, and sometimes when we have a date night, like, get ready, drive to dinner, you spend 2 hours at dinner, you're chatting it up, and then come home and you're exhausted and you're ready for bed. So it's really not a date. So I do prefer an at-home date, and I'm not saying like you have to put rose petals from the kitchen to the bathroom and you have candles everywhere in a bath. Like, I'm not gonna be mad if you do. That sounds great. But just doing something simple at home and knowing that you planned it yourself means more to me than like being like, let's go to Atlanta and zhuzh it up and 5-star everything. That like, anybody can do.
And that is a lot of thought, and that's a little extra. Like, every once in a while, I feel like things like that are very sweet and nice. But
nice
like,
to get dressed up.
It's just a thought that counts. Like, making a woman feel like, oh, like, he thought about me enough to do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you plan the day, I love that. So whoever wrote in that saying that you never give it much thought and you're down for whatever, start planning things that matter. Start planning some things for your partner. Get the babysitter set up, become 30 minutes early so we can finish getting ready in peace. Have dinner and drinks, no rushing home, and the kid is already asleep. Word, felt that.
Period.
Yeah, I can relate. And then the last question, I think we're not going to answer because it was what questions do they have for or about women, and I kind of want to do another podcast about that, like doing a survey on questions from the men.
Yeah, because Ethan has a friend at work that also asked a question.
Good.
So we can put that in.
Yeah,
as well.
I think I want to have another podcast segment where the men ask the women their questions, because I'm sure they would love to pick our crazy little brains.
Yes, of course. But I think it's super important, going off of just like most of the questions, like some of y'all are really simple, straight to the point.
Yeah.
We can respect all of the answers that y'all put in. I think it's really, really nice to have like variety of answers, and it's very entertaining for people to watch. But also like going back to being vulnerable and feeling like, I don't know, men have to live up to the standard of like they can't talk about anything.
Yeah.
It is so important. Yeah.
We want that.
Put your guard down, and not even just for your partner, but for yourself, so you don't literally explode, and for your mental health. Like, even in the slightest talking about something that is bothering you, communicating, it is going to make your mental health better and your relationship with your partner better.
I think that's my number one thing that I would want out of any relationship that I'm in, is an emotional connection. I want to be able to lay my head down on a pillow at night and have pillow talk. Like, you ask me questions about me, I ask questions about you, and we like have those deep conversations. I love nights like that. But I did realize after I skipped a question.
Oh, cool.
The boobie question. Real boobs or fake boobs, small or large, doesn't matter. One said, God bless you, bless your significant other. Boobs are boobs, small, big, fake, real, bolt-on, saggy, they're all great. Real boobies, all boobies are great. I don't know anyone that doesn't love boobs, including women, so why should size matter? Real or fake doesn't matter, need to be around a full C.
She's like, it's the same dude.
It's gotta be the same. Doesn't matter as long as they're enough to play with. Real for the feel, fake for the look, large. Irrelevant. Used to care, but then I experienced fake boobs that were really well done, and it was surprisingly good. So he said irrelevant, but I think he obviously likes fake boobs. Real and on the larger size, but after a double D, it becomes less appealing. Bonus points appear. All natural, doesn't matter. So,
what is your take on this? Have you ever been insecure about your boobs?
Oh yeah. So I had smaller boobs. I got implants in. Those suckers were jugs. I look back at pictures, I'm like, oh yeah. My baby
got them
girl
knockers.
had them slanging things. But unfortunately, my body rejected them, and I had to have a surgery 3 times. I had them put in, replaced with new ones, and then had to have them taken out and have a lift done. So now I have these small little girls. But honestly, I don't mind them because I never wear a bra. I mean, I do sometimes, but like I don't have to. It's easier for me to find bathing suits and shirts to wear that's not like, you know, in your face, because that was a really big issue. Like, I even had a girl make a comment to me one time. I had a bathing suit, and she was like, wow, why didn't you get a smaller size? I'm like, actually, this is a large.
You're like, thank you very
but
much.
But it looks like a nipple cover. I just had a lot of issues. My hair was falling out. It was making me moody. I had a lot of pain, like, from here to here. It hurt so bad.
I've heard a lot of stories.
I felt like when I had to sleep at night, I had to, like, put a towel there so it wouldn't hurt. But I won't lie, and like these kind of make me feel insecure. When I'm at the pool or around friends that do have breast implants, I start looking at my boobs and I'm like, I get insecure. I really do. I'm like, do I need bigger boobs again? And I have to keep reminding myself, like, the only reason I got breast implants was for a man. Okay? I don't think men realize how much pressure they put on women. Boobs don't make you beautiful, and when I got them out, I was having a really hard time with that. And then I thought, what do I want to teach my daughter? I want to teach my daughter, you don't have to have boobs for a man to love you, for a man to think you're beautiful. And if that's the case, then he doesn't really truly love you.
I was about to say, that's not what love is.
Yeah, that's not what love is. So, yeah, I think it's like lust and sexual desire for men to have big fake tits,
Mhm.
I get it. I really do, because I mean, I have friends that have big fake tits and they look amazing. And then when I'm in a bathing suit around them, I feel lesser than, and I feel like, man, everyone's probably looking at her and like, dang, she look good. She's so hot. And then I also think, is my husband looking at them? Like, is my husband like, man, I wish that Megan had her fake boobs again? Which, of course, he's always like, no, I don't care. Like, I love you. He's like, I mean, big tits are great. I'm not gonna lie and say I don't love them. He's like, but I love you for you. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but like, I just feel like I need titties again. And I'm like, do I want to put my body through that again?
No, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Like, first, let me tell you, I know it's differently priced everywhere, but it was $6,500 to get them put in and $9,000 to get them taken out. Like, why would I take the chance on spending $7,000 again to get them in, and then my body being like, shawty, we're not having it. So,
and not only that too, but like when she had told me about her experience with like getting hers done, and then the whole process of getting them out, when we had first like started being friends and like met each other, I was actually planning on getting mine done. Like, I had a consultation and like all of the things. I literally canceled my consultation after I talked to her, because also I wanted to get mine done not for the right reasons. Like, I kind of reflected back on that, and I was like, why do I want to get mine done?
For men, and because I feel like that's what you're supposed to do, because you see it all over Instagram. We are flooded with women who are tiny and fit with these beautiful, perky boobs, and that's hard.
Yeah,
that's hard.
Well, and especially too, like, I've been with Ethan for a while now, and I kept telling him, I was like, I want to get mine done, and he was like, well, are you sure? Like, his response was very sweet, because he was like, I like you either way. I think you look great either way.
Boobs.
Like, it's up to you.
Yeah, I've seen your boobs before, because obviously we change all the time for photo shoots. I'm like, you have great boobs.
In my head, thank you. In my head, you just, she's like, I'm gonna cry. Even if he was saying all of those things, I'm like, well, what if, like, deep down, he's like you said,
get
like,
did it. Yeah.
You know, like, oh, that would be really nice. Like, obviously, who doesn't like boobs, whatever. Yeah. And then right before, like, I was gonna go in for my appointment, all of those things, we talked. I was just like, I'm literally not even doing this for myself. I could care less on if I had big boobs or not.
Yeah. I think men don't understand how big of a role they play in women's life, because even reading, like, the cellulite and the boobs thing, I caught myself feeling insecure. I do keep up with myself. I do make sure I'm eating good, and I do work out all the time, but I still have cellulite. But the comments of the guy saying, like, we don't really care, we don't even notice, that made me feel good. But as a human being, my mind could only focus on the ones that were saying, like, Like the person who said, for a long-term relationship, hard no, I was like,
what do you mean?
That was kind of degrading, honestly. Just to be like, yeah, for a casual hookup, it's okay, but for a long-term relationship, now I'm like, ooh, okay, that's deep. I just don't think men understand how much you play a part into a woman's life and insecurities. Being around men have made me so self-conscious about things like not wearing makeup, because I've heard thousands and thousands of men be like,
she doesn't
look the same. Not me personally. I'm just saying, like, I've heard a lot of guy friends be like, ooh, that girl looks so ugly without makeup, or ooh, that girl doesn't look the same. That has passed on to me to where I'm like fearful of, well, what if our friends that were around like, bro, your wife is not cute without makeup or something. Those things, like, you guys have to be more self-aware of what you're saying, because whether you're saying it to us personally or you're just saying it about a woman in general, we take it to heart, and it lasts years. Like, when I was in middle school, I have a little birthmark under my nose, and this kid used to make fun of me all the time about it, and I was in 4th grade, and I remember going home, and I was bawling my eyes out and told my mom I wanted to get it removed, and I went in and had to get, like, shots taking it underneath, which hurt so bad, and they, like, zapped it with a lightning bolt pen, and it grew back. And I was like, oh my God. And Mom was like, it's your beauty mark. Like, it's not a big deal. And like, now it doesn't bother me, because you really don't notice it.
And I think they're beautiful. Like, I think when people have like beauty marks, is
Yeah.
what we've always called them. I don't know. It's different.
But because some kid in literally middle school and elementary school made fun of me about it all the time, that's an insecurity I've always had.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll always carry it. And I just don't think men realize what they do when they speak.
I remember when I was in, I think I was in middle school by this time, and we were in art class, and this kid, I had acne when I was in middle school. My hormones were all over the place. I literally had it for like a year maybe, and that was it. Like, I didn't struggle with it for long, but I was very insecure about my acne. Art class. So yeah, we had to draw a picture, like a portrait of our partner in art class.
Where this is going.
Yes, and I was literally so caught off guard because also it was a boy, and the boy that was drawing me and I was drawing him, he had craters of acne all over his face. Literally cratered, his skin was covered in it.
But you're like, I'm not
drawing that of him. I was just drawing him.
And I'm about to Facetune you.
And we had to hold up our pictures in front of the class. And I hold up his and I'm smiling, whatever, being nice, and he holds up mine. He drew every spot that I had a pimple in. No, but I was so upset.
I'm gonna listen here, Timmy, catch me outside of class after this, because I'm about to give you some pimples.
Literally.
Oh my god, that is so sad. Yeah, boys
so
are
I'm
not
so insecure about
a middle school boy. I feel like that's when my insecurities started, because freaking middle school boys, they nitpick if you have a pimple. First of all, y'all aren't even cute in middle school, so you need to calm down.
No.
But it's
y'all's voices were cracking in middle school.
I'm 30 years old and I still think about those things. And I'm I just feel like the young insecurities that I had all the way up to insecurities from social media, which is why I deleted my Instagram and I'm only on our work stuff, is because it's just too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. So I'm men, just be self-conscious and aware of what you're saying, because women don't come up to you and be like, oh my god, you don't have abs and you don't look flawless, or I don't feel like that's really a thing that women do, but men bash a lot of women, maybe not meaning to, but I don't know.
Well, y'all are saying that you want to feel loved. Women are wanting the exact same thing, and we're not here to bash you or pull out your imperfections or whatever. It's good to have high expectations for things.
Everybody, yeah.
You don't want to just look for the bare minimum. Everybody has things that they want.
Everyone has that list, a little wish list of what they want, which is great, but also keep in mind, we are human just like you are. We're not perfect. Our bodies aren't going to be perfect unless we pay for it. It's like the saying, you're not ugly, you're just broke. Sometimes I had thought, do I want a mommy makeover? And Blake's are you insane? Are you actually insane? He's where do you even get made over? I'm well, I don't know. It's I have stretch marks on my belly from the children. Mm-hmm. He's okay, you literally gave us a family and you gave us life. Seriously? I'm yeah, I know. And sometimes I tell him, it's easy for you to say because you've never seen your body change and that stuff doesn't happen to most. I mean, y'all aren't having babies, so
right.
You don't know what it's like. I was that, and then my skin is not as tight as it used to be, or when I'm working out and I do a plank that I can see my belly is falling because it's loose, and those things beat me up, and I just feel I always need to suck it in and just really get after the gym and make sure I look great all the time.
And yeah, or if people are oh my gosh.
To be a woman.
My biggest thing, me and Mom were talking about this yesterday because we had my brother's wedding this past weekend, and a bunch of our family members, my grandparents that are older and don't care about those things, they had a bunch of pictures that they were taking of everybody off guard, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. My mom literally called her mom and she was dude, you get the worst pictures of me because we're all sitting there slouching.
Yeah.
My
mother-in-law would take pictures where you're
So me and Mom
and she posts them all on
I'm
Facebook.
slouching God, my posture's so bad because I don't have a tummy, but I should look like I have one because
when you're drinking stuff, you get bloated. But it's so funny because older people are like that. When we go on vacation,
oh my gosh,
we're always do not let Mimi take photos. Everyone take Mimi's phone from her, and when she pulls her out, we're oh, it's the only one. We'll take it.
We'll take them.
She had one of me at Millie's graduation, and it's like one eye was closed and one's open. I'm like, dang, she looked good, shawty.
She looked real good.
Old people love them.
Yes.
But I think that's why I don't want to get old, but I'm like, man, old people have it made. They don't give a crap about anything. I'm like, they're not worried about what their face looks like. I mean, they probably are, but like they don't have the pressure of what we have nowadays.
Exactly.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for wearing a moo and house coat. I say that, and I always joke around about it because I'm like, oh man, I just want to wear a house coat and a moo. But I've always told Blake, I was like, don't ever let me let myself go. I want to be a hot mom.
I literally have told
like your mom's a
thing.
hot mom, and I'm like, and I will be.
Oh my god,
I am a hot mom.
She got the MILF and DILF hats.
Yes.
So I don't know if y'all have seen these hats or not, but they're like blue and red hats for like 4th of July, and they say MILF and DILF.
Yeah.
But
they're from a girl, Sarah from Raw and Rebellious. So shout out to her.
Yes.
Love her so much. We actually had them last year. We didn't have the DILF one, we had the MILF one, and they sold out. Yeah.
Oh my god, they're so cute. So the one that says MILF says, man, I love fireworks.
Yeah.
And the DILF says, damn, I love fireworks.
Yeah.
So she got that for
So
her and my
cute.
dad, and she was like, I love this.
I love a witty hat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love a witty anything. But yeah, we ordered these, and they're coming to Peachy, but I ordered them like a month ago before you even ordered your personal one, and it's like shipping July 18th. I'm like,
So
what?
Yeah.
But anyways, we were actually having that talk the other day about like witty things, and my friend was daughter, I think she's 16. She's like, oh my gosh, she like loves Sexy Red. She's like, have you seen the new Sexy Red merch hoodies? And I was like, no, what are they? And it says Make America Great Again because Sexy Red loves Trump.
Oh,
but it's like her legs split open. And she's like, I'm going to get it. She's like, please don't get that. And she's like, I'm getting it. Because she did something so funny, y'all. Oh my God. So she's in youth group and they have like signed papers. And she signed hers, signed Coochie Catcher. Like the pastor saw and everything. But he was laughing. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, yeah, Coochie Catcher.
Oh my God, that's great.
So funny. Like, I just love like little sayings like that. Tell your dad. I said, hi, we're getting that hat in. And then the other one is not flirting, just hot and talking.
Well,
like,
see, those are so perfect. And okay, I've worn this hat like out, and it's like literally my new favorite hat.
Maybe some hot dads.
For real, but there's
Her dad's a hot dad. I'm saying.
But like this hat, like Ethan's like, oh my gosh, like whatever. And then like I had a friend that I was on FaceTime with, and she was like, oh, so and so would never let me wear that hat. And I'm like, I'm not gonna look at a dad and be like, I'm about to be married, but like
it's
you're
just funny.
sexy. Like it's just funny. Like literally, it's a cute hat, and I'm wearing it.
I have a hat that says, "Sorry, I'm insane. Do you still think I'm hot?" Like it's just funny. Like I'm not insane, but it's just
I'm not gonna go after your father.
Yeah, she might. No, just kidding. It's just funny. Like we just like a witty thing.
Love a witty thing.
Yeah, love a witty thing.
Period.
Maybe witty weekends.
Witty weekends.
All right. I don't have anything else.
Me either. I think that like sums up our pod.
Sums
We
up
made
the
good time.
time. Yeah. Thank you to all the men who so graciously filled out our survey. I know 15 questions might have been a lot, and I didn't feel like it was a lot, but one guy was like, men lose interest in 15 questions is a lot. I was like, y'all got it. Like, think of it as a little alone time that you have to sit on the couch and you're by yourself filling out something. So honestly, thank you so much for filling those out. The guy who thinks that his partner is cheating, please reach out to us. And women too, like I would love to start an advice column where guys and girls send in emails if it's relationship stuff you're going through or home stuff or whatever.
And we will literally sit and talk about it on the pod.
Yeah, I have a lot of life experience. Savannah has a lot of life experience, and if we don't have the answers, I'm sure we know someone who does. So thanks for tuning in to this week's episode, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Love y'all.